Good morning. Happy Monday. So glad you're able to join us today. Uh, I am excited to see where we're going next and what Mother has in store for us. Hi, Sunflower. So glad you're here today. Yeah, I don't know where we're going after the chakra series. I'm sort of like, you know, uh, still basking in that energy. So it'll be interesting to see what Mother has for us today. It's good to see you here, Orlia. Thanks for joining us. All right. Well, yeah, I don't have much to say except for, again, thank you all for your comments and for those of you that shared your experience with the chakra series or a particular chakra. Thank you so much because I just really love hearing about your experiences with Mother's offerings. I feel it makes such a difference in our community because I don't know about you, but for me, having that connection and sharing in your experience and you sharing in my experience, I feel like it creates a bond or a connection that, that doesn't normally happen. And when we all just sort of keep our distance or stay anonymous or not really participate, it can be very isolating. And not to say that you have to participate. If you don't participate in this community, then you're obviously isolating and but more just an overall feeling in my life that when I'm participating rather than auditing an experience, but when I'm jumping in and being a part of and sharing myself with others and really opening space for others to share with me, it just makes such a huge difference in my life. It helps me stay connected to not just myself and the divine, but to my outside world, my relationships. As a highly sensitive person, I find that isolation is one of my go-to defenses or sort of an old habit that's easy for me to slip into. For me, when I am with like-hearted, like-minded people on a spiritual path and sharing that love and that connection, it just makes all the difference. So I really appreciate those of you that are willing and have the courage or just just the sort of natural inclination to share your experience. For me, it makes a huge difference, and I enjoy everybody's comments for sure. And I'm very grateful that you even take a second out of your day to make the effort to comment. That's huge. But for those of you that feel comfortable taking that next step and sharing your actual experience, it just adds so much to the community. So I wanted to just say a big thank you to those of you that are willing to do that. Oh my gosh, good morning, Christina, Ricardo, Sandra, Judy, Karen, Sarah, Jane, yay. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Jane. And Julieta, that is such a pretty name. I really like that, Julieta. Just beautiful. Thank you for all the emojis. All right, everybody, that's it for me, except one quick reminder that there is still space if you would like to celebrate with Yeshua and Mother in Sedona. December, gosh, you guys, I'm so terrible with dates, 13th through the 17th. There's still a few spots left. And oh my gosh, we just love to have you on the journey, retreat, event, gathering. It is going to be an extraordinary celebration. I'm so excited. And Mother told me that her and Yeshua, in a place where vortexes abound, being Sedona, Arizona, Mother and Yeshua are creating their own vortex for this event. And if I know them, it is going to be so powerful. So for any of you that are interested, just send Maya an email and let her know, support@belovedpublications.com. And there are still scholarships available. So I'm excited. I know it's going to be incredible. All right, so here we go. Hello, beloved ones. It is wonderful to be with you today. I thank you for joining me on this beautiful day, this wonderful day in your world, wherever you are in this world. You are welcome here, no matter your beliefs, no matter the shape of your body, no matter the thoughts in your mind, no matter the fears within your heart, no matter your past actions or your present feelings. You are welcome here with me in this and every moment. There is nothing you can do, nothing you can say, nothing you can think that would give cause for me to abandon you. For I do not abandon anyone. Ever. for any reason. I want to speak of redemption today. Redemption is a powerful experience in one's life, and it comes as a result of forgiveness. Redemption is a release from bondage. When you are in bondage to your own fears, when you are in bondage to past mistakes, when you are in bondage to the past experiences that you cannot or will not release yourself from. Redemption comes when you are finally able to forgive yourself, to forgive all those involved or responsible, to let go of the pain and the suffering. Redemption lifts you up. It raises your vibration in every aspect of your being. Your heart swells in love. Your mind becomes free of the burdens that all that pain and suffering carried with it. Your body is relieved of the weight of those burdens. And your soul can finally take a deep breath. Redemption is not something that I or any other entity can grant to you. Redemption is not something that is placed upon you. It is not granted by God. It is not created by spirit outside of you. You do not have to wait for redemption. Just as you do not have to wait for forgiveness. And sometimes in your lives, when forgiveness comes from outside of you, when you have caused the hurt, when you have made the mistake, when you have created the problem, when others forgive you, oftentimes that can create the domino effect of you feeling as though you've been given permission to forgive yourself. And through that process, you are redeemed in the eyes of those around you. You are redeemed within yourself. And that redemption, it ties deeply into your self-worth when you are deemed worthy. Again, after having fallen down, after having lost your way, after having deviated outside the bonds of your integrity, you are again deemed worthy. And while, yes, that redeeming quality can start from the outside, it can be helped and assisted by the people around you, you will not feel it until you forgive. When you forgive, not only are you redeemed, but others are redeemed in your eyes. And that changes everything. And when I say redeemed, I do not mean that others must fall in line with a particular moral code or a particular set of beliefs or actions. It is when you choose to lift the punishment that you have imposed upon yourself, or that others have chosen to impose on you, or when you choose to impose punishment on those around you. When you stop punishing thoughts, feelings, behaviors, you begin the process of forgiveness. Because if there is blame, then your social structure demands punishment. But what is the nature of punishment? And that can be a difficult thing for a society to decide how to govern its members, how you all govern yourselves in relation to each other, how you navigate your social structures, your communities, your interactions out in the world. When they are deviated from to such a degree that it causes harm, then there is the feeling that someone should be punished. But what is the nature of that punishment? It is often the taking away of rights, privileges, taking people out of society altogether and placing them in a very small, isolated community until you feel, or the laws that have been written are satisfied, the punishment has been exacted, and the point, hopefully, of that punishment is that they are rehabilitated, they are redeemed, they are deemed worthy of re-entry into society, the greater society. Tomorrow, in the United States, there is a national day of voting where you are granted the right to vote for the people that are going to make these laws that govern your society. They will make laws in your name. You are the people that they are representing. And these laws govern the rights of the individual and the collective. And all that can be very complicated, but it comes down to redemption. What are your requirements for redemption of yourself and others? And are those requirements impossible to achieve? So let's take it out of the realm of worthiness. Everyone is worthy and deserving of redemption. But it comes down to belief. About what must a person do to achieve or be granted or experience redemption? Are there actions that are not redeemable? Right? That there is absolutely no redemption possible. What if you all became more an individual and individuals that forgave more easily? And remember, forgiveness is not the same as saying, oh, it's okay that you made this mistake or caused this hurt or broke this law or perpetrated this crime or caused devastation, hurt, trauma to another. It does not, forgiveness does not say, yes, please do it again, because it's completely fine. You can do it as often as you wish. That is not what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is the surrendering of blame. Forgiveness is the deep understanding that to carry blame is to feed your shadow in such a way that it can rob you of joy. It can engender bitterness to such a degree that you wake up one day and you find it very hard to climb out of that bitter morass that you find yourself in as a result of your blame and the burden, the weight of that burden. Redemption is when you acknowledge or you deem yourself and others worthy and deserving equally of love, of compassion. And how do you create laws and structures from that place? One of the hardest things to do is to forgive yourself and others when it seems so clear that due to your actions or their actions, you have changed the course of your life or their life, and seemingly not for the better. That due to your actions, you place yourself on a path of pain or destruction. It can be very difficult to forgive yourself and very tempting to exact punishment on an ongoing basis. That you are not redeemable because of this course your actions have set for yourself, or the path you believe you put someone else on. You are no longer redeemable. You are no longer deemed worthy of that burden of punishment being lifted. That you deserve a life sentence. No matter the crime, you deserve a life sentence. This is a very heavy, painful way to live. Because the qualities, the feeling, the energy of redemption is life-giving. It can turn your life around. It can affect the lives of others. It can break ancestral chains to a degree that you never imagined. Forgiveness comes with sometimes very painful acceptance. The acceptance that life is not always fair. The acceptance that you may not see the balance of justice in your lifetime. You may not see the rights of others granted or restored. You may not bear witness to the rise and stability of equality. And as long as you continue to make forgiveness contingent on the balancing of the scales, of some kind of justice being enacted, of completion, of closure, of fairness, of equality, as long as you make your forgiveness contingent on the achievement of those things, you will always carry the burden of blame, and you will be denied redemption. And you will continue to deny others forgiveness and redemption. So forgiveness asks you to sacrifice a lot. It asks you to sacrifice these wants in relation to justice and equality and the balancing of the scales and the granting of rights. And it is wonderful to put your efforts into all those things. Just don't make your forgiveness hinge on the achievement of those things, because you are the one that has to carry the burden of blame, of regret, of bitterness, of rage. And when there is no redemption, you are forever shut out of that glorious sunlight of spirit, that radiance of joy, that feeling of contentment and peace. And while you may glimpse them or have small periods of those wonderful things, you may often feel that they are just out of your reach. Love. Love is the great Redeemer. Loving yourself even when you have caused others hurt, even when you continue to punish yourself. To love others even when they have done something heinous. And do not confuse love with acquiescence. Do not confuse love with justification or rationalization. Do not confuse love with codependency and people pleasing. Love is a force unto itself and does not answer to anyone but itself. Love will confound you when it shows you deeply that all deserve redemption, that all are worthy of forgiveness, no matter the crime, no matter the punishment, no matter the outcome, no matter the effects. I invite you to practice giving me your burden of blame, of punishment, whether it's towards yourself or others. Trusting me when I tell you, when I show you, when I help you to feel that you are worthy of redemption, no matter what. That when you allow love to be the dominant force within your life, there is no room for blame, for punishment, for bitterness, for regret. Redemption washes all of that away. and it makes you feel renewed, anew, vibrant, and alive. Put your efforts towards change within yourself and in your communities. But let love drive that change. Let love shape that change. Let love guide that change. And you will find that punishment takes on a whole different perspective. You will come to understand that when love is doing the course corrections, you are redeemed. Those that are affected by your actions are redeemed. And when you are affected by the actions of others, you and they are redeemed. That is the promise of love. It is the covenant that you enter into with love. I offer you redemption. I cannot grant it, but I offer you redemption. Always will I show you the way. I will hold your hand and sit with you when you just cannot let go of your bitterness, of your punishment, where you are determined to carry the burden of blame for one more day. I will sit with you and bring you comfort, so that in the moment you are ready to set down your burdens, to turn them over to me. I will be there. I love you, my beloved ones. Namaste. Goodness. Whew. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Oh, I love all the oh, I love all the hearts, the Sedona hearts. Thank you, Jane. Well, everyone, So much love to you. Thank you so much for being here today, and take extra good care of yourselves. And this is something I'm going to have to sit with. Yes, definitely something I'm going to have to sit with. All right, much love to you, and I will see you here next week.